It's long enough. Oh, what's up, man? Now we got police on scene. Perfect.
Hey, sir, how are you?
What's going on, man?
Oh my God.
I didn't think you guys were coming out. Took a while.
Yeah.
It's all good.
They called. The security called.
Yeah, I told him. He just told me not to film. And I told him I'm not on your property, so.
Do you mind if I ask what you're filming for?
Oh, I'm just doing a little news story. I'm a journalist.
Okay, all right.
That's all.
Do you work for any specific company?
No, I'm just independent.
Okay. Do you have any ID on you or anything?
Oh, no.
Okay. What's your first and last name?
Oh, I'm not going to ID. I'm just out here filming, dude.
I'm sorry?
I'm not going to ID. I'm just out here filming.
Okay.
On public property. I'm not trespassing.
Hold on. Okay. You're not in any trouble.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I'm not going to ID. Because I'm not in any trouble. Exactly.
You don't have to be in trouble for me to ID you, though.
Well, that's what Title 11, 1902 says in Delaware. You know, you have some kind of crime that you suspect me of, and you just said I'm not in any trouble. So you just lost that whole get my ID thing by saying that. Sorry, bud. I'm sorry.
I don't want to do the whole...
I know. I don't want to talk to you at all. Are you detaining me here?
Technically, you're not free to go. Okay. So
I am detained. Okay.
All right. So, like I said, the security office called. They were just concerned because you were videoing. That's all. Okay.
I thought you were law enforcement, not feelings enforcement out here. You know, their feelings don't trump what I can do.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Their feelings don't trump what I can do. You're not feelings enforcement. You're law enforcement.
Okay.
The law says I can video from public property.
I understand that. I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. Okay.
Perfect.
But I am allowed to verify who you are. Just make sure you don't have any warrants or anything like that. Okay.
I'm not gonna do that. So.
Okay. Well,
if we need to escalate, that's fine. If you want to get a supervisor, I'll wait.
Okay.
I got no
My
problem
supervisor's actually on his way. I'll let you talk to him a little bit more. So.
Perfect.
Is there any reason why you don't want to provide any identification?
I want to be anonymous. That's the whole point.
Okay.
The video starts with a strong introduction, explaining that the channel focuses on educating people about their rights when dealing with public officials. The narrator warns viewers that many officers mislead civilians about the law to make them give up their rights. He encourages viewers to like, comment, and spread awareness. Soon after, police arrive on the scene where a man is filming from public property. He calmly greets the officer, who asks what's going on. The man explains he is working on a news story as an independent journalist.
All right, that's
all it is. I'm just trying to do a news story. I'm an investigative news journalist. If I tell everybody who I am, what I'm doing, everybody gonna know. What's the point of coming out here? You know, you gotta come out to the source. They just got approved for like a COVID, vaccine. I'm just working on a little news story about it. I don't see why y'all need to heart me for who I am and what I'm doing.
No one's harping you. It's part of our job. We ID people when we get called to complaints.
I know, but I'm just engaged in free press out here. Okay. That's all I'm doing.
So you can be as cooperative as you want, but at the end of the day, we're still allowed to ID you. That's all.
That's fine. Well, at this point, you said I'm detained, so I'm just not going to speak anymore at this point.
Okay. What's up, buddy?
Great. What's up, man?
We just got called here from the guard check.
Yeah, that's cool. I know. I told him to. He's hollering at me not to film, so I told him I'm not on your property. There's nothing you can do about it. I called the police. They'll tell you the same thing. So I was hoping you'd come out here and educate them and tell me to have a nice day, but your officer here is harping me for my ID. So I'm not real happy about it. So I don't know what you want to do about it. You said you're the supervisor.
Yep. So, look, we're obviously not trying to give you a hard time about the whole situation.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to keep doing my job out here. I'm out here doing a job.
I understand.
I don't want to be held up any longer. So
I understand.
You said I'm detained, so.
Well, you technically are right now. I just need your ID.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't have it on me. I'm not going to give anything. I'm not.
Okay, so I'm just going to try to explain something to you.
That's fine. I just told you.
You giving us your info. We're not going to give it out to anybody. Okay. This whole incident is documented.
Doesn't matter.
Would you just listen to me for once?
I don't want to listen to you. I want to be free on my way to do what I want to do.
You can still be if you let us do our job, though.
That's all I'm doing.
You can still be if you let us do our job, though. This is preventing you from doing what you want to do, though. So we could be out of your hair if you gave us your ID.
I want to turn around and go back to what I was doing.
Okay, that's fair. So do we.
I'm not stopping you guys. I'm not detaining you.
So much like you want us to educate the other individual, we're going to.
That's great.
Now's the time for us to educate you. Okay.
Okay. Let's hear it, man. Let's hear it. All right.
So when it comes
this is a good one.
So when it comes to stopping somebody, right? Suspicious.
Title 11, 1902. I know the code. So I know the code.
The officer begins questioning him about his work and asks whether he represents a company. The man clarifies he is independent. The officer then asks for identification, but the man refuses, stating he is not doing anything illegal. The officer insists that he can request ID even if no crime is committed, referencing a law. However, the man quickly responds that the law requires reasonable suspicion of a crime. Since the officer already admitted he's not in trouble, the man argues there is no legal basis for ID, shutting down that attempt.
So, are you aware of the basic things that you have to provide a police officer when
they said when you either have to think I'm committing, I'm about to commit, or I have committed a crime. He's already told me I've done nothing wrong. So you don't have that. So I have no obligation to give you anything. That's the problem here, is you have no suspicion of me breaking any laws. He's already stated that on camera.
Yeah.
So there's no need to go push any further with it. You guys are escalating this and trying to violate my rights of my Fourth Amendment to get my ID and trying to tell me you have to get my ID. You don't have to get my ID unless I'm breaking the law. That's how it works.
Okay.
So if we're gonna keep doing this, that's fine. I'm not gonna ID. So where do you want to go from here?
Well, obviously we would really enjoy consensual conversation about that, but
It's already gone too far. We're detained at this point. It's not no longer consensual. So I don't know what to tell you, man.
do you have any active warrants or anything like
I
that?
have nothing. No.
So then all we have to do is verify that and you'll be on your way.
That's great. It's great. But I'm not going to help you do that. If you want to fight and figure that out, I'm not going to help you with your investigation.
You would want to prolong this. And
Well, it's just looking better and better. This is terrible. I do this all over Delaware. Most people don't even come out and talk to me. They just leave me alone. You guys are out here harping for my
I can't
ID.
speak for your other instances or whatever. We were called out here for a legitimate reason, okay?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. We're allowed to identify who you are.
So if someone's riding a bicycle and someone calls on, you can just stop them and ID them because someone called on them?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. What's your name and badge number, sir? D.S. Milner?
Yep.
What's your badge number?
1088. Would you
Woo!
like
Man, this is great stuff.
Okay.
You can just stop anybody and ID anybody. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You can just stop and ID anybody you want because you got a call. That sounds pretty terrible.
But
Like you guys think that way.
I'll talk.
Are you his supervisor?
Let me call.
Are you his direct supervisor?
The officer claims the man is not free to leave, but quickly backtracks when challenged. The man points out that he is filming from public property and exercising his rights. He emphasizes that law enforcement should enforce laws, not feelings. The officer says he only wants to verify identity for warrants, but the man refuses to cooperate. He suggests calling a supervisor instead. The officer agrees and continues questioning why he doesn't want to provide ID. The man explains he prefers to stay anonymous while conducting his investigative journalism work.
Supervisor?
Well, basically I'm the ranking person.
What's your office? Your name, sir?
2-4.
Q4.
Yes, sir.
Wow. It's a good one.
What?
I don't know why we're still here. I told you exactly what I'm doing. I'm a journalist. I'm gathering content. I'm on public property. I've never entered the property once. I'm not trespassing. I'm not loitering. I'm breaking no laws. Why are we still here? You're law enforcement.
That's true.
Let's enforce the law here.
So look, I'm just talking to you, man.
I don't want to talk anymore. I already told you that. I want to go back to doing my job. Like you guys should be going back to. There's two of you here not doing anything. You're harassing a law-abiding citizen right now.
Okay.
I'm not breaking any laws. We already established that.
So you never stepped foot on their property?
Never
anything
once.
like that?
I got the whole. I've filmed the whole time. 2 cameras now.
Do you know why he called specifically?
He came out to me and told me I can't film, and then he went back in there. I guess he called somebody, and then he came back out again and said I can't film. I said, dude, I don't want to argue with you. I said, I'm not going on your property. I haven't been on it. I'm not on it. This is public. This is the police's job. Call them because you can't enforce anything on public. I said, if you don't like it, then call them. And I didn't know if he did or not. It's been a while since I said that. I was getting ready to leave. That's why I was going back here once more to get some shots, and I was about out of here. And I was like, holy shit, they showed up on me.
Yep.
I didn't want you chasing me around, so I was kind of waiting for you, I didn't want to just run away. I'm not hiding anything. That's what I'm trying to say.
So you wanted us to come out here? Is that what?
Not really, but when he said that, I wanted to wait for you guys to come. I'm not going to be around town and have you guys chasing after me.
Someone at the police station took the phone call and we just responded out here. So.
Well, I mean, when you get out here, you see that, hey, some guy's just taking pictures in public. He's good to go. He's not doing anything wrong. He's turning around. You don't even have to come talk. I get it if you want to. That's great. I don't mind you coming and talking. Can I tell you what I'm doing? But as soon as we try to escalate to, oh, we're going to get your ID, it becomes an issue.
I asked for your ID.
Okay, I'm not going to. That's fine, dude. You told me.
A supervisor arrives, and the man immediately expresses frustration, explaining that he expected officers to educate security instead of questioning him. The supervisor claims they are not trying to cause problems, but still asks for ID. The man firmly refuses again, stating he is not obligated to provide anything. The supervisor attempts to explain their position, but the man interrupts, saying he just wants to leave and continues work. He argues that the interaction is no longer consensual since he is being detained without legal justification.
Right. Semantics game. That's what you're doing.
It's fine. We'll play it back, man. It's fine.
Here's the deal. Obviously,
it's not semantics. That's what was said.
Here's the deal. Can I just call you friend since you don't want to?
Yeah, that's fine. It's cool.
So here's the deal, friend. Obviously, since in just conversation, we've been able to articulate that obviously no crimes have occurred. Okay, You're correct. Okay, we don't need to push the envelope any further.
Bam.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
So
ready.
you're not detained. We're just having consensual conversation. Okay?
All right, that's fine, man.
All right. Look, obviously, we're not out here to give you a hard time. We're genuinely not.
I get it. Yeah.
Okay. The only reason we were out here is because we're called out here. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world. They don't know.
It. I get it, man. I understand it's strange. I get it.
He's sitting in a shack and he sees some dude with cool equipment walking around. And he's probably like, "What in the heck is going on?"
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but they're a big company. They got a lot. They got a lot going on. So a lot of people want to know about it. I'm just out here getting pictures of signs so I can put them in like a story or something like that. Getting videos. Like, see if they have any cars with the labels on them, something like that. So I'm just out here trying to get some shots.
More power to you.
That's all, man.
Okay. Look, just be careful. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't mind when they. I'd rather you guys come out here and educate them. That way, if it goes away, they can go back to doing their job. I can go back to doing my job. Everybody's cool, you know. So when they come out here saying something, that's why I tell them, call the police. That's fine. I don't mind dealing with you guys. I hope most people come out and they tell them what's going on. Hey, he's allowed to do it. Don't worry about it. That's the end of the day. Have a nice day. That's what I look for. I don't, there's no need for my name. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay. Well, look. At the end of the day, I agree with you. Okay, I do, and that's why I'm not pushing this.
It's the law, though. That's why. Right.
I'm not disagreeing with you. So, obviously, there's nothing that we can articulate that's going on.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I hope not.
So, look, friend. Since again I don't know your name.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The supervisor tries to justify the stop using suspicion laws, but the man already knows the statute and explains it clearly. He states that officers must suspect a crime before demanding identification. Since no crime has been committed, he has no obligation to comply. He accuses the officers of escalating the situation and violating his Fourth Amendment rights. The officers continue to push, but the man stands firm. He refuses to assist in any investigation and challenges their reasoning, exposing inconsistencies in their claims.
I wish you nothing but the best.
I appreciate it.
Now, obviously, in the future, if somebody were to call and there was something that we could articulate, we would definitely need your ID. Okay?
I got you. That's why I don't do that. That's why I know what I'm doing. I'm out here. I stay on public. I got it, man.
Be careful.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Appreciate it. You guys have a nice night.
You too. Be careful, all right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm on CFC's office with the Selbyville Police Department. What's going on? We're asking you to have me check the house. Why are you cool? Do you have any ID on you?
No.
Okay. I'm driving. You're loitering. You're asking on public property.
I'm on public property.
You're on public property. This right here is all Mount Air.
It's a public street.
This is all Mount Air. Okay?
There's sidewalk too.
And you're loitering. You're doing something that's abnormal to the public. So I'm gonna have you get
That's
ID.
the dumbest things I've ever heard. Are you serious? Are you a tube?
No, I'm not.
I have purpose here. I just told you what I'm doing. Loitering has to do with having no purpose. Abnormality is not you're not the judge of abnormality. Let's get real here. Who do you think you are?
You're telling me that this sidewalk is belonging to Mount Air. Okay. No soliciting, no loitering, and no trespassing.
I'm not loitering. I have a purpose.
Okay. Okay. Well, obviously you're already familiar with the things.
Exactly, because you're telling me what you're saying is completely wrong. It's time for you to go.
Typically, a loitering.
It's time for you to go.
Okay. I'm not gonna leave. Okay.
You're gonna leave before I do. I guarantee it.
I'm not.
Guaranteed.
I'm not.
You are ridiculous. Okay, you can make up all you want.
Okay.
It's gonna be on your. You have a dash cam?
I do not.
Oh, of course you don't. This is terrible. Then you don't body cam or a dash.
Are you the same guy that did this to Millsboro Police Department?
What are you talking about?
Where you're a journalist, you want to have.
I take
people come talk to
pictures.
you?
What's wrong with taking pictures?
Okay. You were taking pictures of Mark about 2 months ago, right?
Who cares?
Okay.
I do a lot of stories.
Okay.
What's the deal? I have it all.
The conversation becomes more intense as the officers argue they are allowed to identify anyone when called. The man challenges this logic, asking if they can stop anyone just because someone complained. He requests their names and badge numbers, documenting everything. He points out that he is simply filming in public and breaking no laws. Frustrated, He questions why multiple officers are present for a harmless situation. He insists they should focus on real issues instead of harassing law-abiding citizens.
What is your overall purpose of getting the police to come here?
I don't want the police to come here. I want to get my pictures and leave. I already told you to leave. I don't want you here.
Okay, well, they don't want you.
Are you detaining me?
Am I detaining you?
Yes, ma'am.
As of now, yeah. Okay, once another officer gets here, I'm gonna have a couple things done, and then we'll get you on your way. Okay, but for right now, I can have you sit right here. Okay.
Ridiculous. You don't know anything about the law.
I don't. Okay. Do you have any sort of law degree or anything like that?
No, I read though.
You read?
Yeah.
Okay.
The laws are written down.
Okay.
They're all written down. Right? Aren't they? In a book or something? So anyone can read them. Why do you need a law degree to know laws?
So what is your overall purpose here?
I have cameras, so I'm here to take pictures. That's the goal.
Okay.
The fact that they don't like it, and you're not the stealings police. You're not out here to enforce their policies or their feelings. You're out here to enforce the law.
I can talk to you without you interrupting.
I don't want to talk to you. I'd like to be free on my way, but you've detained me here.
Right now, you are being detained. Okay. What the report was for 911 is that
911?
Yeah, people call 911. The cops get here.
Why would they call 911 for someone with a camera?
I don't know, but what happened was they told me that there was a gentleman here, he was taking pictures, and they've asked him to leave, and he wasn't leaving. Okay, so that generates a call for service that makes the police need to respond. Just do me a favor, just sit tight, and then once another officer gets here, I'm going to look up a couple things, because I believe we have a town code for that. If not, then you're fine to go, but I need to make sure that my job...
Town code for what?
Loitering, standing on streets and stuff like that. The officer coming right there, so once he gets here...
Why is he coming with lights on?
I don't know, I'm not him. When he gets here and you can talk to him...
What are you doing?
You're more than welcome to ask him that.
Through here.
Okay. When he gets here, you're more than welcome to ask him why his lights are on. Okay?
That's a joke.
Okay.
Eventually, one officer acknowledges that no crime has occurred and de-escalates the situation. He confirms that the man is not being detained and that the interaction is now voluntary. The officer explains they responded due to a call, but admits there is no reason to push further. The man appreciates the clarification, but reminds them that demanding ID without cause creates unnecessary tension. The officer advises him to be careful, while the man explains he expects police to educate others rather than escalate situations.
It's a shit show here, dude. What's up, man? What's your name? Valenti. Look, why are we rolling up lights to some cameras?
I don't know what's going on. They call me out for assistance. I really don't know what's going on.
You just run lights no matter what?
I'm sorry?
You just run lights no matter what?
No, she was yelling for assistance. I don't know what's going on. It was sent as this.
Well, the man taking pictures. I mean, all right.
That's fine. You're right next to the private property, no loitering sign, man.
On the sidewalk, though. I mean, there's a fire hydrant right there.
I mean, this is all property.
It's a public street.
No, the whole parking lot is property.
I haven't been in there.
Okay.
This as far as I've been is those wheels.
Hi, man. Had to go look up a couple things. I called my supervisor to make sure that what you're doing is completely fine, okay? So here's what's going to happen.
Wait.
That's their private property.
You had to call your supervisor, but 3 people showed up?
They're not my department. They're the Agbar Police Department. I'm self-employed.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
What?
Okay.
Alright, so what's up? What'd you buy?
So, if you're on their property, that's going to be trespassing. If you're on the street or on the road, it's completely fine. Take
Perfect.
Videos. Don't get hit by a car. I don't want to see you get hurt. But if you want to take videos, obviously it's freedom of the press. That's what I was telling you before. I agreed with you before. But when they called and said you were on the property, that's when there was an issue of trespassing.
Alright, thanks, Dotson. I appreciate it.
Alright, do you have any questions at all?
Nope, you're good. See you later.
If you're going to be out here for a while, let us know.
Yeah, I'm going to probably be a while. I like when it gets dark. The lights come on and stuff.
That's completely fine. I don't want to
I'm here to get
with you.
I'm not leaving because y'all showed up. That's right.
Then I want to make sure it is handled properly.
You're doing good, Dotson. You started off wrong, but I really like where this went.
Because here's the thing, it is freedom of the press, but like I said, when they call 911 and tell us that you're on their property,
yeah, it's crazy.
That's all we know when we get here. So if you're on the street or on the sidewalk, that's fine.
Perfect.
Just don't trespass on there. They're obviously feeling some sort of way about it, and I don't want to have to arrest you for trespassing if they're saying you're on property.
I don't want to be trespassed.
So if you're out here, that's fine. Be careful. Big old trucks fly down the street.
Oh yeah.
Don't want to see you get hurt, and they also smell horrible. So
yeah, that's why I got the mask, and I'm trying to stay visible. So
yeah, about to say stay visible. Technically, for the town ordinance, you're supposed to have a light on you. So if you have a flashlight,
in the pocket.
Keep it on.
Man.
All right.
Thank you, Dotson. That was awesome.
In the final segment, another officer arrives and initially escalates things again, claiming loitering and ordering the man to leave. The man challenges these claims, explaining he has a clear purpose and is on public property. After checking with supervisor, the officer finally admits that filming is protected under freedom of the press. The situation resolved with officers allowing him to continue. The narrator concludes by stressing the importance of knowing your rights, as even authorities may misunderstand or misapply the law.